this is your 10 centimeter or 4-inch Bullworker ball, great for massage, trigger release, and recovery. I'm gonna go over a few applications, and same rules apply. Imagination is the only limitation, is our approach when it comes to fitness, but some opportunities with this to help release. You can place it down on the ground. We like the bigger size as it allows us to really get in and target what we're looking for, but allow us to relax into it. So right underneath the glute or on the side there on the hip is one way to do it. Using your body in your arms to lift up for less intensity, and then as you sink into it, the more intensity and the more weight you can put into it. Example, taking your foot and putting it on your other leg allows you to get deeper into that glute and hip release. That is one application. Remember, when you find that sweet spot, just relax and ease into it, breathe into it. I know it's gonna be intense, spicy, however you wanna put it, but breathe into it and really focus on relaxing that muscle. Remember to do both sides. Again, it is completely normal for one side to be a little spicier or a little more tight. That is completely okay. Another application with your Bullworker ball is placing it underneath your hamstring and rolling out your hamstring here. Again, the more weight you put into it, the more intense that rollout is going to be. Find that sweet spot and really breathe into it. Another one would be to place the ball behind your calf and hamstring and then sit back into it, allowing your body to really be the weight behind releasing that muscle in your calf, as well as some of the hamstring. Feel free to play with it. You can even move it with your hand, but play with moving that ball around to find that trigger point, allowing yourself to really release that muscle. Another application here would be getting your forearms. You just simply, again, rolling to find that sweet spot. The more body weight you put into it, the more intense that massage and release will be. Moving into a tricep release, we place the ball on the ground, pull our hand or elbow up, and slightly start to put in our weight until we feel that desired intensity. Straightening your arm can be a great variation to really dig into those triceps. An application for the yoga ball here, the Bullworker ball on the side of your legs or your IT bands. Just simply place it there. Again, the more weight you put into that position, the higher intensity it's going to be. So if you wanna relax, maybe have your butt on the ground, pushing in with your hands, allowing yourself to ease into it. Or if you want that intensity, really putting in all of your weight. Roll up and down the side of your leg until you feel that position and that point where you really wanna just relax and breathe in to release that muscle. Explore that whole area and find out where it's spicy and really just embrace that area. Moving into our front of our thigh here, where you can put the yoga or Bullworker ball down on the mat, place your thigh over it. Again, the more weight that you can put into the ball, the more intense it's going to be. The more you can spread out your weight, the less intense it's going to be. And then go ahead and roll up and down your thigh, trying to find that trigger point that needs a little bit more intensity and relaxing and breathing into to release that quadricep. Another use with your cork ball from Bullworker is the inside of your thigh. Simply rotate your hips outward, place that ball on the inside of your thigh, and start to roll around, trying to feel for that spicy spot. A lot of times I really like it right here near the knee. That tends to get very sore and tight for me. But again, feel around, go up and down that whole range, trying to find what area might need a little bit of work and put more or less weight into it to make it that spicy intensity that you're looking for. Breathe into that muscle to help it relax. Make sure you're doing it on both sides. Another use for your Bullworker cork ball here is to place it on your back and roll out as you go through. So I like to start up here towards my trap, really rolling into it, feeling any of those spicy areas, and then embracing it and breathing into it. Work your way down and spend as much time as you want at a certain muscle. Go ahead and work your way down your back. Good. Oh, wow. Go ahead and work your way down your back. The more you can lift your hips, the more weight you'll place and higher intensity you'll be. Play with moving your arms in circles as you can find different points of tension and release. And then work that all the way down. Remember, we're staying off of our spine, just focusing on the muscles on the side, not going into the bone on these exercises or massages. All right. Another option here with your Bullworker ball would be to get the front side. Laying down on the ground, you can place it on your chest. Again, similar to the back, starting high and working your way down, and just playing with rolling around, finding that area that might speak to you through that arm, through that shoulder, through your chest. And then as we start to come down, remember the more weight you put into it, the more intense it's going to be. And do not forget about those abs. Even though it can be uncomfortable, a lot of us might feel that high tension in our abs that just really are begging to be released. So roll through from waist to your neck and just find those spicy moments and really breathe into it to help release and relax that muscle. Another use with your Bullworker ball, and where a lot of us put a lot of stress but don't think about it, is our feet. Simply drop that ball to the ground, place your foot on it, and roll around. Again, the more weight you put into that ball, the more intense that trigger release is going to be. A way to do this if you want to focus on balance is you can put a chair or a wall that you can hold on to with your hands, allowing you to really focus on your foot and not the balance. Now again, I like to really dig that whole foot, find where it speaks to you. A lot of times it's going to be right in that arch, and embrace that. Place a lot of weight into it, increase that intensity, and breathe into allowing those muscles to relax. Some other variations with your Bullworker cork ball here is to use up against a wall. You can really apply a little more and different force. So I like to, again, start up high and work my way low. So if you're working on your traps, coming in here, rolling around, and then find as you move your arm, you'll start to feel your muscles change a little bit, allowing yourself to get a little deeper into a certain muscle and trigger point. And then when you feel that your arm is in a position that allows, really dig into that, lean into the wall. I find stabilizing the ball as well can help dig in a little deeper. And then start to work your way down. Going from the upper traps into the mid traps, into the rhomboids. And then as you start to work your way down and play with this, you start to feel a different sensation as you move around. And so sometimes I'll be in this position and I'm really hitting these rhomboids, but because we're all connected, I'll feel it come up through the trap and into my neck or down my shoulder. That's completely okay in most situations, but again, always consult your physician. So here you just start playing around with movement. The harder you lean into the ball, the more intense it's going to be, and just work your way down. The rhomboids here, right here in the middle near your scapula, tend to get really tight and sore, so I like to really work on those. And start to work it all the way down. Again, staying off the spine, really focusing on muscles with this tool. And then as you get lower, you can bring it below your waist into your glutes and work those hips and glutes. just a different variation than when you're on the ground. The more you lean into the wall, the higher intense it's going to be. Now, moving into the front side, I like to take it from upper trap, roll it around, and start hitting the front of the body, and in that shoulder area, really releasing the shoulder, and then continue it around. Again, stay as long as you need at certain spots. Some days you might not need much time in an area, and some days you might need a lot more. And then you slowly roll it through into getting that front of the delt, front of the chest. And again, start working it around over across the chest, down, and just start working your way down as you start to feel where those muscles need it. Again, remember to do both sides, your entire body on this. And it is completely normal for certain sides to be a little tighter, tenser, spicier, however you want to put it. And that is completely okay. Just make sure you listen to your body. So if one side needs a little more work, give it the attention it's looking for. Remember, focusing on those abs, getting into those abs is an important piece as well. And those are some opportunities with your 10 centimeter or 4-inch Bullworker cork ball for some tension and muscle release.